5 Unusual People in the World, Part 130. Hello you guys, I'm Keisha, and have a great day. There are some people in this world born different, but that doesn't mean they can't be determined like anyone else. Some people overcome those difficulties to live a full life, while others try to accept it to make life easier. Join me to meet them through this video. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 5. Arthur Cayley. Arthur Cayley was born in Selby on the Isle of Man in 1824 and was probably the tallest man in the world during his lifetime. At his peak physically, Cayley was dubbed the Man Mountain. He was 7 feet 11 inches tall and weighed over 620 pounds. With such a huge body, he is so strong that he can lift a bag of flour with one hand and throw it into a cart. Most giants tend to be tall and thin, but Cayley is a man mountain whose body has grown to match his height. Both his parents and grandparents are of normal stature, and he has many siblings, none of whom are of outstanding height. His hands and feet are also much bigger than normal people. In early 1852, Cayley went to London, where he was exhibited. He exhibited in Paris for 12 months. It is said that the lavish life affected him so badly that he died of abundance. The woman who was engaged to him insured his life for £2,000. However, his death was an insurance fraud. A few years later, a figure appeared on the streets of New York and was introduced by legendary performer P.T. Barnum as Colonel Ruth Goshen, the Arabian Giant. In 1889, the world discovered that Goshen and Cayley were one, and that Cayley did not die in Paris but lived a long and successful life in New York, appearing at Barnum's Greatest Show on Earth together with many other exhibitions and circuses. Eyes are everything to everyone. Yes, sight is important, and sight is like a baby's first step to getting to know someone, learning and performing everyday activities, but that doesn't apply to this boy. Number 4. Christian Buchanan.
What's your name?
Christian.
Christian Buchanan, born in 2012 from the US, was born without eyes. Although he has no eyeballs and appears to have holes in his eyes, he is still able to live his life as a normal child of the same age. As a newborn, Christian had to be tube-fed and underwent nearly 7 reconstructive surgeries. Christian was born with a Tessier cleft, also known as frontal dysplasia. Only 60 cases exist around the world of the Strange syndrome, which caused the infant to not develop eyeballs, cleft lips, cleft palate, and also go blind. Lacey said the simplest way to tell is that he also has a cleft lip and cleft palate. However, his passion for life is extraordinary. He is like other children of his age. Christian learns to read, plays with his younger brother. He's curious and wants to explore the world, and he's not afraid to do so. To ease the burden on his family, he wants to do everything by himself. Thanks to his son's optimism, Lacey wrote a book, Through the Eyes of Hope. She wants to help dispel the social stigma that surrounds people with facial differences. She also wants to present positive things about Christian, and he is not someone to feel pitiful for. Japan is the country with the fastest aging population in the world. About 86,510 people are elderly, and half of them have turned 100 this year. And here is also the place where the oldest twins appear in the world. Number 3. Umeno Sumiyama and Kume Kodama. Umeno Sumiyama and Kume Kodama were born on November 5, 1913, are the third and fourth children in a large family on the island of Shodoshima, western Japan. As of September 1, 2021, the two have lived 107 years and 300 days, breaking the Guinness World Record previously set by famous Japanese twin sisters Kim Narita and Kin Kani, aged 107 years and 175 days old. Kodama and Sumiyama are the third and fourth children in a family of 11 siblings on the island of Shodoshima, western Japan. They said their childhood was not happy because of being bullied due to the prejudice of old Japanese society with twins. After finishing elementary school, Sumiyama and Kodama separated due to difficult family circumstances. Kodama was sent to Oita City on Kyushu Island, the southern island of Japan, to work as a domestic worker, while Sumiyama remained on Shodoshima Island and started a family here. Each was busy with their own lives for decades. The sisters rarely saw each other until they were 70 years old. They began pilgrimage together to 88 temples in Shikoku and felt very happy to be reunited. Conjoined twins have always been an attraction for the audience at circus performances of the last century. Right now, we will meet one such twins. They have made a lot of money since birth. Number 2. Yvonne and Yvette MacArthur. Yvonne and Yvette MacArthur were born in California at Los Angeles General Hospital on May 14, 1949. They were craniopagus twins, conjoined at the head. They have separate personalities, brains, and other organs, but share a common circulatory system. Their mother, Willa MacArthur, wanted her young daughters to be separated by surgery, but when it was determined that the twins shared too much brain tissue, they could not be safely separated. Doctors also said that the twins may have mental retardation because of the brain tissues they share. The twins proved their doctors wrong. They developed above average intelligence and were so physically active that their mothers feared they would break their necks. Their movements are coordinated, and they walk and even run in perfect synchrony. From the moment they were born, the sisters had to deal with someone who wanted to display the twins in circuses. At first, the mother refused, but unable to pay for the hospital bills, she and her children spent 6 months touring with the Royal American Circus. With the family's $300 weekly earnings, Miss MacArthur was able to pay for hospital bills and send the children home. After that, the exhibition activities were still maintained, but to a lesser extent. They couldn't go to school, but teachers could go home to teach, and they could graduate from high school. On January 1st, 1993, 2 sisters were found dead in their own apartment. An autopsy determined they died on December 15, 1992. Although their mother refused an autopsy, the cause of death was attributed to heart failure, perhaps from heavy smoking by the twins. A beautiful girl earns a lot of money by modeling for many fashion brands and becomes the face of a series of popular brands such as Roberto Cavalli, Burberry, Benetton, or Armani. Number 1. Kristina Pajmnova. Kristina Pajmnova, a Russian girl born in 2005, impressed everyone when she has modeled since she was 3 years old. By 2014, the girl was famous around the world thanks to her own beauty. She stormed on international fashion catwalks with angelic beauty, extremely fanciful blue eyes. Since childhood, Kristina has been paid attention to because her father, Ruslan Pinovov, is a famous former football player. She also tried her hand at sport with gymnastics and even won an award for young talent. But then, Kristina chose to follow the modeling path like her mother, Glykeriya Shirokova. In 2015, Kristina's mother decided to bring her children to California, USA to settle down to look for more opportunities. The most beautiful child model in the world continues to be successful and sought after. There was a time when she was the golden face of every children's fashion catwalk in America. In 2016, a documentary about Kristina Pajmnova was shown on RTL channel. Currently, the child model with an innocent face has turned 17 years old. Becoming a teenager, Kristina is no longer a child model, but is gradually proving her name in the adult modeling. Over the past 8 years, the beauty of the girl has changed a lot, grown up and still very beautiful. They are special, aren't they? I think if I were one of them, I would gladly take pride in my life as well. If you know someone special, leave your comments below. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to watch more interesting videos. And now, goodbye and see you soon.